So hello everyone, today is 6th of December 2023, and I'm continuing my series Daily Reality with Alex. I was wondering a lot what I was willing to share today and in what environment I was willing to share with you today. And for example, yesterday, my daily reality was approximately 30 minutes. I was sharing a lot about interaction. And today I was willing to speak with you about a very interesting topic. And this is a topic which is very dear to my heart because we constantly go into delusion and we are constantly in fear in two different directions. Now let's imagine that when we look into the reality and when we are approaching to anything in reality, when we're receiving our data streams, we have two options. One of the options is to see a simple reality. The second option is to see a complex reality. And long-term, we are to develop a skill, and this is a skill that I'm developing for me. We are to learn how to understand, to comprehend, and to work strongly into a complex reality. Because if we go into the delusion that reality is simple, it is not going to help us long-term to be able to move and to be interactional and to understand and to be effective in our daily activities and life. That's why I enjoy exploring more of the reality, and more I'm exploring reality, more and more details and categories are coming to the surface. And when we are trying to explain something, it is becoming more and more complex. So there are a lot of people and a lot of us that are trying just to simplify things. And it is okay to simplify to the extent that we can simplify every concept up to one sentence. And this is a beautiful thing. But for example, if you take how to become rich, can we become rich in one sentence, for example? Yes, we can. The only way for any one of us is to become rich is if he is saving enough and if he's investing what he's saving. So for me, the definition of abundance is to always have one currency more than what I need for the specific moment. I don't need to have billions in the bank. The only thing I need is all the time my cash flow to be as much, as sufficient as to have always possibility to have one digit more. Of course, long-term, it is not possible to go into riches, because now I'm speaking just about this specific part of reality, without having assets. If we as human beings are not understanding the assets, it's impossible to understand abundance. Abundance doesn't come from the air. Abundance doesn't come from the quantum field. Abundance doesn't come because we have vibrations. No, Alex, this is not true. Abundance comes if I'm in high vibration, I start attracting things and they just come to me. No wealth is possible to be around you in your ecosystem if there are not assets that are producing it. Wealth is not produced by me. Wealth is produced by the assets I'm surrounded with. And this is a very small topic with which I was willing to tell you how everything in life is simple and complex. If we are hunting after recipes in reality, if we're hunting after simplifying, I'm going to share with you the skills that I'm using, and I enjoy it a lot. I'm very passionate about going into the general, going into the fundamentals. All reality, all the universe, everything is working like a pyramid. And actually, in the reality, the pyramid looks like this. I know there is big discussion right now in the moment. Is the Earth flat? Is the Earth a sphere? Because we experience it as it's flat. A lot of people are saying, no, Alex, it's a sphere because we have NASA and we have all the pictures. And there are some people that have been there and they are telling us that it is so. It is okay, but basically, we don't have an experience, so we cannot 100% tell what is the exact situation without a trust. And now, based on different discoveries, I actually found out that there is a third theory, that all the universe, all our experience is like a pyramid. And that's why Egyptians built pyramids, and that's why the universe is created in such a way that it is always centered towards a top. And concepts are working like this, and a lot of other things in generality is working like this, and reality is working like this. For example, I have a very good concept that when you go into the details, and that's why people cannot communicate well and cannot understand each other, because always if I want to communicate with you, and if I want you to understand what I'm telling, I need to go through a general understanding that is upper in the pyramid of knowledge in order you to agree about this generality and then to go back into a specific. So when we are staying in the plane of the specifics, when we are staying in the plane of the details, reality is complex. If we go up to the general principles of reality, then we can make a reality very simple. The most simple expression of reality is that reality is created, and that's why it has a creator. So if we are able to agree, approximately 6 to 7 billion of us, of all the humanity, that we are living in a creation, and this creation is designed by a creator, an architect, or whatever we want to say, we are somewhere at the top of the pyramid of knowledge. So for these truth seekers around, I didn't know that there are so many in YouTube and everywhere, but for me, I'm interested only in one subject, and the subject is called reality. And I'm wonderfully amazed how complex it is. And I enjoy myself that I'm not afraid to not be dogmatic, but to really start to comprehend. And I was really amazed when I started my journey that actually it is not creating tension with my personal fundamental belief in God, the creator, and also in a savior figure, Jesus Christ. And it is very interesting how in whichever direction we are trying to go, we can simplify, we can make things very complex, we can try to exclude, but for sure, if we are starting to exclude the general natural laws, the general natural principles, which are in the top, which a lot of people are labeling as truth, then we cannot explain the realm of complexity where we are living, because in the realm of complexity, there are so many planes that are intersecting and interconnecting. Right now, in the moment, in my personal reality, approximately 5 to 10,000 different processes are going on. So it is very important to know that reality is complex, but we need to know how to move in these layers of the pyramid and how to go into the general, how to know that everything is movement, that everything is flow, that everything is vibration, that everything is mentalism, that everything is spirit, that everything is a fire, that everything is whatever labels you are willing to say, all these elements, and still building all these type of concepts, we are trying to simplify. Then we start to depersonalize. For some of us, we are individual consciousness. There is a big field of consciousness. And then what is out there, we don't know. But little by little, we are going to general concepts that are ruling our reality. And this is the reason why I enjoy moving through reality into simplifying things, but also never to be afraid in going into complexity. I enjoy complexity so much. I enjoy seeing how people are arguing with each other. And have you noticed that more of us are usually arguing with each other about so small and insignificant things? If you think about, maybe 95% of all the miscommunication is happening because of these simple things that we are so much attached to. And I have decided in my personal reality to never be attached to a specific. And this is why in the plane of complexity, all of us are 100% right, 100% wrong, 100% in the truth, and 100% in delusion. It is not possible, you can say, Alex, I know that I have grasped the truth. But can you prove it to some of us? I'm sure it's very difficult, because the truth that any of us have in its ecosystem of internal reality and interaction is different than the other truth. But does it mean that there are no objective in the top of pyramid natural walls and things that are governing and framing all of our experience? Yes, there are. But if we stay in the plane of complexity, we can never understand each other. And I like to give a nice example. If somebody asks me, Alex, what is your opinion about genders, about LGBT and so on? Do you accept them? What is your personal opinion? Give me some specific explanation about what is right and what is wrong. How are you going to distinguish now? And how are you going to say if this is right or wrong? In the past, I was a fundamental Christian, and I was 100% going to say, well, only man and a woman and a family to be and to exist. This is everything else I have been rejecting. Am I right about this? in a sense, I'm right, but up there in the general, then we go down into the specifics, and life becomes much more harder to be judged, to be explained, because there are so many categories, there are so many facets in reality, in the realm of complexity, and there my personal judgment in the general is not working. So how I'm going to explain to all humanity what is right? I'm going to start first going into the general, and I'm going to tell, yes, in the universe, there are two energies. In order the universe to exist, we are to have the female and the male energy. It's in everything. This is the way the universe is reproducing. If one of the energy is dominant, or if we try to mix the two energy into some type of mixture, but I'm speaking only about up there in the fundamentals, where these energies then exist in everything in the complex reality. The first thing we are to acknowledge that there are two types of energy. And then when we go into the realm of complexity, and we're saying, Alex, but can't I, as an internal being that is limitless, change my physical body expression and just change my energies, and I can take a lot of supplements, and I can take a lot of things, and I can become a woman if I want after 6 months. Is it possible? Yes, in today's technology, is it possible? Is it right to do it, Alex? I cannot judge here, but the only thing I can say is that up there in the general, we have the two energies. Am I the one who is going to judge here in the realm of complexity, who is deciding to change and to resist the way everything was created to be, and is trying to fix it and to go into different impulses into the realm of complexity, and to do different types of transhumanism and different types and ways of changing things through the physical materiality. Anyhow, in the realm of the mind, we are the same. In the realm of the spirit, there is no man, there is no woman. But in the realm of the universe, there are the two energies existing, and we are to appreciate each other's expressions of these energies and to try to complement. Because in my company, for example, we have, because it's not only mine, maybe 50% men and women, and we are never only going only for female energy or only for male energy. We are trying to have as much as possible mix, because then our company is also able to benefit from this balance of the energies. Because we don't need only the male forceful energy, we need also the tenderness, we need also the kindness, we need also other things. Yes, they are in every one of us. In our brain, we have a right and left hemisphere. In each of us, there are the two energies. And we are created in different ways to dominate. And then we can go into these debates and discussions in the complexity and the facets and the categories of who has chosen what. But what I'm stating here is that we as human beings are to learn how to simplify, how to be in the complex realm of things, and still to be able to judge, but only about the general things, because it's much more easy. And then when we go into the complexity, there are so many things and so many reasons why people are making and choosing different decisions, and it is part of their sovereign realm to decide what to do. It's not up to me to project everyone can do whatever as a being wants, because in our objective reality, in the moment, we are 8 billion individualized consciousness who are creating through the solipsism also their own personal realm and ecosystem of reality, which is specific and unique for each one of them. But also we are staying in this universe, in this pyramidal shaped reality, where there is a cup. There are fundamentals at the top. We are all trying to call and say and label as truth. Nothing in the universe cannot exist if there are no models, if there is no standard, if there is no absolute. But Alex, we cannot experience the absolutes here in our daily experience, which is the realm of the complexity. Yes, it is so, because so many processes are crossing in this realm of reality. And that's why what I wanted to tell you is that I'm not afraid to go into the complex, because I know how to go upwards towards the simplifying, towards the general, and I enjoy staying up there, but also I enjoy the realm in the reality where we are living daily into interaction and are trying to understand and are trying to have purpose and are trying to have meaning and are not able to comprehend so many things. And so we are trying and trying and trying. And the idea of this interaction in reality is to actually point us to the source, to know more about what are the general things with which we are connected. And in this way, we are able to know more about ourselves. So this is a very small expression from myself about complexity and simplicity of reality. And every Friday, I'm making reality talks with Alex, where I'm speaking with different type of people from different type of backgrounds, Christians, Muslims, different type of people. I don't judge on this realm. I'm just willing to understand who and how is experiencing his reality and how much we are understanding each other in this realm of complexity, and how much we are developing our civilizational skills to be interacting and to be respectful to each other and to support each other based on the direction and the purpose and the reason why we are here in this experience together right now. So thank you for watching today. Enjoy your reality. Just know that there is something called ruling reality coach. And this is something that I have decided to identify with, because I found out that to be interactional with my daily reality is really making so much sense. And that's why I'm creating a lot of different programs. You can go into my webpage and see them, and you can follow me in YouTube, and you can direct me if you have a specific question. I have a lot of different type of solution, but I'm not a mindset person. I'm not a personal development person, because for me, the most fundamental thing is how we are interacting with reality, because we are not only an individualized consciousness that can help self itself. We are constantly in an ecosystem. And that's why reality is so complex, and also it is so simple. Bye-bye. Enjoy your reality.